Are you okay? How are you? Last class we learned about the need for law, dowry system, our constitution and its features. So today we are going to learn about why we need a constitution. Last class I clearly explained about constitution and its features. So constitution is very important in a democratic country. So here's question is that why we need a constitution. A constitution is necessary because of the following reasons. First one, as we know that we are living in a democratic country. In a democracy like ours, people are the center of political power, and the representatives elected by them rule only to serve their interests. So what will be a democracy? Democracy means of the people, by the people, for the people. The people is the main figure in a democratic country. So here so that is why constitution plays a crucial role in the proper functioning of a democratic government. A constitution is necessary because of the following reasons. I told that first one is that first point, it means constitution determines the relationship of the citizens with the government. That means relationship of the citizen. I told that people of that country with people of the country and the government. Second point is that it lays down principles and guidelines which are required for people belonging to different ethnic and religious groups to live in harmony. Second point is that it means constitution lays down principles and guidelines which are required to the people belong to different ethnic means race, different group of people, and religious groups to live in a harmony. Harmony means living together in a unity. So third point, it expresses the aspirations of the people about creating a good society. So we are studying about why we need a constitution. So constitution expresses the aspiration. Aspiration means hope, achieving something in their life of the people about creating a good society. Clear? Then next point, it is the constitution that defines the role and powers of people's elected representatives as MPs and MLAs. In your textbook, page number 216, the line is here. Okay, you underline that line. Okay, it is the constitution that defines the role and powers of people's elected representatives. People elected representatives like MPs means a member of parliament, and MLAs, what they can do and what the powers they making the laws. These all are clearly indicating in constitution. These are the important these are the points why we need a constitution. Then second next is major functions of our constitution. Please open your textbook. Page number 216. So that functions very clearly indicating 4 or 5 functions. I will explain one by one. First function, it lays out certain ideals or principles that determine the structure, nature and duties of the government in our country. So it lays out certain ideals or principles that determine the structure and nature and duties of the government. So these all are indicating clearly written in the constitution. According to the constitution, the government is ruling in a state, government and judiciary. Second function, it helps, it means a constitution helps to serve as a set of rules and principles that everybody respect and abides by. Abides means accept. It helps serve a set of rules and principles that everybody respect. Respect means everybody obey the rules and regulations what is written in the constitution. So we should accept and obey the rules but written in a constitution. So this is our moral duty, okay, to obey the constitution. Then next point is that our constitution contains rules to prevent the determination of the majority over the minority. So underline the word contains rules to prevent. Prevent means stop the domination of the majority over the minority. So for example, okay, majority population exploiting the minority, using the money power, political power. So this can be prevented by the constitution. Majority and minority can go to the court. So that means we can get the equality. Okay. Next and last point, the Indian Constitution guarantees right to equality to all citizens. All are equal before law. Nobody is above the law. No citizen can be discriminated against on the grounds of religion, race, caste and gender. All are equal in front of the law. To be continued. Thank you very much.